Adobe Photoshop is a powerful image editing application used by designers, photographers, and novices and professionals alike. In Photoshop, masks are used to mask out certain portions of images, and the mask feature gives you precise control over what's affected when you make changes to a layer or image. In this video, I'll introduce you to layer masks and show you how they can be used. I've made some modifications to this image, so the original looks like this. And what I've done basically is I've taken and stripped the color out and then added in a tritone effect to give it that sepia tone, old-fashioned looking effect. And what we're going to try to do here is basically take that colored bus, that colored portion, and put it back in. So basically we're going to have a colored bus and the rest of the image will look old-fashioned. And remember, in order to do that, we had to strip the color out to get that tritone. Now, we need to actually put color back into it or change it to a color image. And I'll go ahead and choose image mode. Hang on a sec here, and there we go. And change it to RGB color. Now, at this point, you'll be asked if you want to flatten it. And that means take all the layers and compress them down together. We don't want to do that. So we want to maintain our layers. So I'll choose don't flatten. And what we want to do at this point is grab this image and make sure the Move tool is selected and click and drag it onto the tab for this image and then release the mouse button. Now you can go ahead and move that and it'll snap into place, right? So you don't have to worry too much about positioning too much. And we see that a new layer has been added by doing that. We've copied this image into this document. And if I turn that off now, we can see the bus is perfectly positioned over the other image. Now at this point, what we want to do is create a mask. And basically masks allow us to mask out certain areas of the image. And to do that really quickly, you'll see down here there's this icon right here, and it's Add Layer Mask. And when we click it, we'll add this portion right here. Now, this portion is the mask, and right now it's all white. And so just so you know, masking is black, and anything that's not black is going to show up in the image. If we mask things out, for instance, if I go ahead and choose a brush right now and make sure that the mask thumbnail is clicked or selected and start drawing, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to remove that information from the image, okay? And as I do that, you can see that some black has appeared now over here in the thumbnail. And what we've done is drawn black here. And when you draw black, or a shade of gray, for instance, if you use a shade of gray, that'll create a transparency effect and have it semi-transparent. But basically, masking is the ability to sort of remove information. Now, I'm going to Control Z to undo that because, you know, drawing manually would take a while, and all I want to do here is basically select the outer portion of the image and basically not select the bus. And probably the quickest way to do that is we're going to go ahead and use the magic, or the quick selection tool rather. The magic wand's not going to work too well here because we've got too much happening in the image. So I'll use a quick selection tool, and I've got it set really big. And what I'll do is just start clicking and dragging. And as I click and drag, okay, I'm going to be selecting, and I'm not going to be too precise about this. We just want to sort of show how the effect works with masking. Is click and drag and keep selecting until we actually get right around here. And we notice we've grabbed some of the top and bottom of the bus. That's okay. We're just going to try to show how this effect works. And so there we go. That's really quick and easy. And if I make sure that our foreground color is black, and here we can see that it is black. And if it's not, just click on this little icon right here, and that'll swap that to black. With that selection made and this thumbnail selected for the mask, choose Alt backspace to fill. And that'll remove, or fill in rather, it'll fill in all that information, but it'll remove that information using the mask from the image. And if I deselect now, we can see we need to work on a little bit, you know, we'll go in and refine these areas here and up here, but basically we very quickly created a nice effect using the mask.